What is up, everyone? Zach here, bringing you a Team Taste deck profile you want to taste. Today, I'm bringing you Decidueye Ninetales, which is a deck that's been doing kind of well over in Japan, and it's usually played with some fun techs. It really wasn't on my radar until last weekend when buddy Andrew Mahone was playing Decidueye Ninetales Vileplume, and then so Pearson played that to a top 4 finish at Elite Cup, and we just kind of started playing around with it without Vileplume and realized Vulpix is a really good card. So we'll get right onto it. First, to start, we got 3 Vulpixes. His first attack for no energy, Beacon, searches your deck for any 2 Pokemon and puts them right into your hand. So you can search for Lele, you can search for your Rowlets, Decidueyes, Ninetales, anything. And it's like probably one of the best cards printed in Sun and Moon so far. It's good. Then we got 2 Ninetales-GX. Its first attack, Ice Blade, does 50 damage for a double colorless anywhere on your opponent's field. Its second attack, Water colorless, 160, and you have to discard 2 energies. We don't play any water energies in the deck, so you can never use it in this build. And then his GX attack, which is just so good, Ice Path GX, move all damage counters from Ninetales to your opponent's Pokemon. So if they have like 80 on them and they hit you for 100, you can be like Ice Path GX and add 100. And it's so good. Then, whoops, misorder. We have our Decidueye line for standard. You're playing Forest, so just evolve right on up. Really good. Usually you want to aim to get 3 out. Most of the times you'll only get 2, but 3 is kind of that magic number. Then we got 1 Espeon GX or Espeon EX. It's Miraculous Shine, first attack for colorless. De-evolves all your opponent's Pokemon. It's really good. It's necessary against things like Sylveon. It's good against things like Greninja, even though you don't need much help. Then we got 2 Tapu Leles. Really good, support, all that good stuff. Searches out a supporter card. You can also use it as an attacker. It's not the worst. You slap a choice band on double colorless. You're hitting for a base of 70 damage plus whatever they have on. Then we got 1 Shaman EX. When it's prized, it kind of sucks, but you never really want to put more than 1 support Pokemon down if you can help. Sometimes you have to put 2 support Pokemon down. But bench space is super limited in this deck, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, and then playing 4 Forest as our stadiums. Easy, simple, all that good stuff. Moving on to our supporters, we're playing 4 Sycamores. The deck with all the Pokemon gets a little clunky, so it's not the worst to have a bunch of supporters. 3 N. And then my favorite supporter, the Ace Trainer. Ace Trainer is so good. Usually you're going to Beacon the first couple turns, or even like turn 1 if they knock out the Vulpix on their turn. You can Lele for the Ace Trainer and kind of, put your opponent behind that way. It's really nice. 2 Lysanders. Really good card. 1 Hex. Hex is kind of just a good card, obviously. But, going first against Sylveon, you can hex them, all that good stuff. And then 1 Bridget. Bridget benches 3 basic Pokemon on your bench from your deck. It's really good to Tapu Lele for it turn 1 and get like 3 Rowlets down or 2 Rowlets into Vulpix, or it's just really good. You don't want to Lele for the Bridget if you don't have any more outs in your hands, like another Ultra Ball or another supporter. But if you can, turn 1, it's just really good. And then for the items, which we're trying to play a lower count because of all the Garb hype. 4 Ultra Ball, simple. 4 VS Seeker, simple. 3 Float Stones. Right now you kind of have to treat Float Stones as a switch. A lot of people are playing Field Blower, so you really only want to put them down when necessary. Same kind of goes for the 2 choice bands we have. When you attach it, you kind of want to use it as a plus power, like a +3 power. Really good. Choice band could also be used to bump the Razor Leaf damage up to 120. Really good, really savage. One Revitalizer, get back 2 grass Pokemon if you have to like Sycamore Way or Decidueye early. It is really good at setting up. One Rescue Stretcher, very versatile. You can use it to grab your Ninetales, grab your Vulpix, grab a Lele, grab a Shaman. It's just so many different situations. And then one Field Blower, standard. Against Garb, you want to blow off their Float Stones. And just like against Fighting Fury Belts, you want to get rid of those. Our energy line, which we haven't changed it from the Japanese list. I think we're going to change it up, but 2 grass energy, 1 rainbow energy. This is, I think, what I want to change. I think I'm going to switch it back to 3 grass. The rainbow energy, you can't use Ninetales as second attack because it needs 2 water, and I don't think it's worth it to switch to 2 rainbow energies. You're still never going to get that attack off. The only use that we found really is to use Tapu-GX. It just gives you another GX option. But you almost always want to use Ice Path or the Hollow Hunt. So I think we might just move it to a grass. There's probably not a lot of special energy hate, but you would hate to lose to something because you didn't play that 3rd grass. And then 4 double colorless. And double colorless for the Ninetales. For the Lele, you can attach it to Espeon to use his attack. But super simple list. We're just trying not to judge draw with it. It can clunk up a little bit, but as long as you get Vulpix out there and don't get donked, then you can get your Pokemon right away. You can use Beacon to grab that Lele to get yourself out of that dead draw. But very low item count. Just 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 items. Most times you don't have to play them at all against something like Garb. Getting into the matchups, Garb, pretty easy to take care of. Sometimes Drampa can be scary. If they can get that turn 2 Drampa hitting for 150. But you can, every time they play a Trubbish down, you can use 1 Feather Arrow and use Ninetales to 50 snipe it to knock it out. If they have the ability lock Garb, you can use his attack Ice Blade twice, knock it out, and you can just start attacking with Decidueye. You don't have to use your items to set up because you can just use Vulpix. They're usually not going to be putting pressure on until turn 2, 3, 4. So you can just use Vulpix to go search out your Pokemon. Really simple. Other matchups, Greninja. Decidueye is a really good attacker against Greninja. They can't hit those high numbers that easy, so plus you have a good chance of just turn 2 donking them with Feather Arrows and all that good stuff. Mega Ray is probably the least favorable matchup that we've been testing. As long as they're playing Sudowoodo. If they don't play Sudowoodo, you can kind of fill up your bench and hit them with Razor Leaf and try to lock something active, but it's still not a good matchup. Volcanion, we found it to be pretty favorable. Ninetales hitting for 100 with the Ice Blade to the active. Really good. The Decidueyes are kind of scary to put down because of the weakness, but they still have to find those Lysanders and all that good stuff, but still think it's slightly favored. Raichu, if you get a bunch of Decidueye set up, they can't even play a Raichu down or a Pikachu down safe because he'll just snipe it. Mega Gardevoir, haven't really tested that matchup yet. That's kind of our next on the list. Gyarados, highly favored. Decidueye can snipe the Magikarps. If they're playing Machoke, every time they put Machop down, you want to get a drop on it and a Ice Blade to take care of it right away. But still highly favorable. Sylveon, favored. Feather Arrows, really good. The play against Sylveon is to try to drop it to where you have 60 damage on all the Sylveons. And then you play down the Espeon, attach the Float Stone to the active retreat, and de-evolve everything and just take the game. In a best of 3, that's not going to work game 2. But at the same time, they can't max potion every time that you get 60 damage on it, so they're not going to really know what to do. Waterbox, highly favored. Hitting against weakness. Weakness is just so good. With the Decidueye hitting for 80 base after the weakness. This is probably what I'm taking to the League Cups this weekend. I'm going to be in 2 in Ohio over the weekend. So, any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up down below. All that good stuff. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. What deck do you guys want to see next at Tapu Koko? I know some people are asking for that one. I still don't think Tapu Koko's quite there yet, but I'll probably share that soon. So, let me know. Later, guys.